I hop actually, based on some of the good studies around jumping for bone density and impact. It saves money on the trampoline, right? When you're just jumping or hopping.
Yeah.
But for some people with that level of impact, if they were particularly vulnerable to fractures or something like that through osteoporosis, is that another thing to sort of consider when you're weighing up whether you want to do rebounding or hopping or jumping?
I think if you are older and you are just getting into physical activity, then I would recommend starting with low impact. Anybody who's starting to move from a sedentary place should be start with walking, or start with a walking program. If you're worried about
Yeah.
bone density, I think it's something that they need to speak to their medical provider about. As far as reducing impact for older folks who want to participate in impact, if the trampoline feels good, then absolutely, it's a great option. However, you can reduce impact by jumping, say, on carpet or grass or a track instead of on concrete or asphalt. So there are other ways to reduce the intensity of the impact. And resistance training and strength training has also been shown to improve bone density. What
Yeah.
improves bone density is stress on the bone. And so you can get that by lifting, you can get that by jumping.
And something like rebounding, do you think that would really have to be done alongside something like a weight training program for optimal muscle building benefit?
So rebounding will build more endurance, cardiovascular
Yeah.
endurance and muscle
Yes.
endurance. It's not going to hypertrophy the muscle or really build strength, but it depends, well, past a certain point. It depends where you're starting, right? A sedentary person will absolutely build strength on a rebounder because that is way more
Mhm.
stress to their muscles and to their bones than where they were not doing that. The thing about the rebounder is the only way we talk about progressive resistance training, the only way to progress the resistance is progress time on the rebounder. So eventually your people are going to cap out. What matters above all is consistency. If you're wondering how to optimize, yes, add in a couple days a week or a day a week where you're lifting a heavier load so that you're getting some different types of physical activity in.